What's going on? That's just a starting screen, y'all. It's just a countdown screen. Whatever the title says is what the stream will always be. Jeez, y'all. Oops, that's the wrong button. Y'all will have to forgive me. I have literally just woken up. Yeah, anyway, that's just a starting screen. It has nothing to do with the stream at all. In a perfect world, that would be a sponsored starting screen. But it's far from a perfect world, and Chromatic doesn't sponsor. So, anyway, let's get set up for some Frostfire farming. Here I got my deck. The usual suspects. Appears that I've got, I'm already set up for Frostfire. How weird. Yep, let's do it. Anyway, I'm on US West, everybody. Feel free to hop on in. I figured if we're going to farm it up, now is the time to do it, as Frostfire's back in town. Very, very valuable item. No doubt there. Let's see. Streaming at 2 a.m. Jeez, myself, I just woke up, dude. It's only noon for me. I literally just woke up like 10 minutes ago. I was still drinking coffee. I figured, you know what? It's been ages since I've done a Juice Bags is Not Quite Awake Yet stream. I thought, you know, hey, it is time. It is time to do that Not Awake stream yet. Again. Who we got there? We got Sprigus. Hopefully you can find a good one. Like the last, I don't know, the last bunch of times Frostfire Remnants has been around, I haven't found anything any good. I forgot which buttons do what in DD2. That's fair. Oh, it's ingrained in my system. Every game I play, I actually accidentally hit buttons from like DD2. Like I've got a real right-click spamming problem now in every game I play, and it's all because of the monk. Blame the monk. What's going on there, Marcel? Nah, there's no crossplay in DD2. There could potentially be crossplay in DDA down the road, but there's not now and never will be in DD2, sadly. It's one thing that probably could have saved the game a little. Right. Uh-oh, what was that? That was some weird little screen tear there. What's going on there, Nibber? How you doing? It's a good game. It's a good game that has massive bugs. So it's a great game with issues. I plan on going about 2 hours there, Borja. I've got some things I need to do at 2 o'clock. And it's just afternoon now, so I plan on going until a few minutes before 2. so probably quite a few. Quite a few. Sadly, it just doesn't come. It just doesn't drop 10 out of 10 in one try. Boy, wouldn't that be nice though, huh? And then later on today, I'm going to be streaming some DDA over on the Twitches at about 4 p.m. Yeah, Nightmare comes out at the end of the month. Just like we've been saying all month long. Nope, the Glaive of Storm's weapon is just a novelty. All of the incursion weapons are just a novelty. The only one that's really something you should base a build off of is the Mystic Shadow Flame Knife. But even that is just not extremely powerful. It's just fun and really lazy. How can I spend 2 hours grinding the same map? I've spent 10,000 hours grinding the same game. I mean, the same map is nothing. Well, awesome there, Solo Jet. I'm streaming DDA at 4 p.m. Pacific time. So in about 4 hours from right now. That'll be over on Twitch. Yeah, it's on, I'm on US West. I'm always on US West unless I say otherwise. I live very, very close to the US West server. Well, if you added all my accounts together, it'd probably be around 13,000 hours. On my main account here, it's what, only 9,000 or so? 8740. But I've got like 10 different accounts on 3 different platforms. I mean, I've got over 1,000 hours on the PlayStation on just that one account. Yeah, I mean, I've been playing the game since the day it was available. So it's been over 7 years now. February was 7 years. Looking forward to DDA though. It's got a lot of potential. DD2 is a great game and all, but I've definitely done my time here, and we know that there's no updates or any changes coming. So DD2, sadly, although it is an absolutely wonderful game, it is now a thing of the past, unfortunately. Still offers a ton of, a ton of gameplay potential. So if you haven't played it, don't let that discourage you, because there's tons and tons of time available. The wife's good. She's out of work right now. They shut her work down because of the coronavirus stuff. So she's chillaxing here until they tell her she's got to go back to work. Getting caught up on the binge watching. The third quarter of 2020, they're Solo, so it'll be what, by the end of September at the latest. Hopefully. Yeah, it'll be on PS4 and Xbox then. Releases on PC and Switch in the second quarter of 2020 and PS4, Xbox in the third quarter of 2020. Do I have enough space in my backpacks? Yeah, it's never enough. But yeah, I mean, I've got tons of room. I got max bags. Use crowd control in your build. They're KYX. I mean, kobolds are gonna blow up. That's what they do. Nah, that would be incorrect information there, Weavy. It's quarter 2 on PC and Switch, quarter 3 on PS4 and Xbox. It's all over the place. So wherever you saw that was definitely not correct information. Well, yeah, the Eevee's one of my favorite characters. Anyway, here's I've got the little. That's the roadmap they put out for DDA. So I mean, it says right there, quarter 2, quarter 3. That's directly from Chromatic. I forgot to set my status in Discord. There we go. Do I have a least favorite hero? Not really. I mean, I can tell you my least played, but it's definitely not my least favorite. I mean, it's not that I dislike the heroes that I don't play, it's that I use them for other things. You know, as far as actively, I personally prefer ranged heroes. So I like the ranged ones better than the melee ones. And that's why I'm always on EV2, Monk, Mystic. I like to shoot stuff. Well, why did you restart? I mean, it doesn't make any sense to restart in a massive grind game. That's the thing. DD2 is straight up a massive grind. Without a doubt. So, restarting is not fun. I mean, I've done it a million times for playthroughs and stuff like that on the channel, but it's very little enjoyment to it. What did I miss? I feel like I missed something. Looks like everything's here. Yeah, everything looks fine. I'm not sure what I missed. I didn't spend as much DU as I normally do, I don't think. I thought I normally spend 860. But it looks like I put everything down that I always put down. So maybe I'm wrong there. Maybe it is 820. Well, I mean, you have to balance it. Range has a lot of benefits, you know? It's not about DPS and with your defenses and how... Or are you talking about ranged heroes? Yeah, I mean, that's just a playstyle choice. Some people love to melee, and there's nothing wrong with that. You know, just everybody's got their own flavor. Well, there's not really much else to do in Dungeon Defenders 2 for me there, Johnny. There's over 2,000 videos on the channel, and there hasn't been a update to the game in over a year. So, I mean, there's just not, as far as edited content, there's just really not much more to do. I do plan on doing one big last new player guide. But besides that, I don't really have any plans as far as edited content for DD2. It would just be repeats of what's already there on my channel, you know. Two things I want to do is do like a final new player's guide, and then I'm going to put together a new curated new player playlist. Like, I refer people to the guides and tutorials playlist, and for a brand new player, it's very intimidating. If you do !basics in chat, it gives you a link to my guides and tutorials playlist, and everything in there is still relevant, but it's got a lot of videos. And if you tell somebody who just played the game to go look through this playlist and they see there's 100 videos or whatever, they're gonna tell you to go screw yourself. You know, it's just too much. It's overwhelming, you know, for a new player. And there actually has been a lot of new players with so many people on lockdown at home, you know, and DD2 being free to play. Thanks for following there, Iridium Miner. I do appreciate it. I'm a big Diablo fan there, Kit. Low, holy crap, dude. Why the heck is the notification not working? There should have been a notification popped up on that, but low XD with throwing down with the big tips. Good lord, man. Thank you so much. Oh, no problem, dude. I mean, I get a lot of PMs in Discord, so I do miss the majority of private messages that people send me. But I try to respond when I can. The first time I played DD2, I didn't like it. I thought it was not the same feel as DD1, and I was a big DD1 fan. But remember too, the first time I played DD2, it was a MOBA. So things have changed quite a bit in the development. Oh, it did pop up on screen. Alright, it didn't pop up for me. Oh, you know why? Because I got Twitch notifications up and not YouTube. Derp, derp, derp. Iridium Miner just followed me on Twitch. There we go. Now I see my Twitch notifications. Or my YouTube notifications, pardon me. I'll get it right here, y'all. I told y'all up front I was still sleeping. Got me some slack here. No, DD2 is finished with development. Never, there's nothing else coming for DD2. Wagon Boy, thank you so much for subscribing. There's a lot of people, I mean, myself included, I would love to see changes to DD2. But there's a lot of people out there that are just having a really hard time letting go and are still talking about how there will be changes after DDA is done. That's just not true. I mean, Chromatic has straight up been forward and honest and told us the only thing that will happen in DD2 is an occasional bug fix and cosmetics. So, I mean, we will get new cosmetics in the game, but there will be no major updates or anything else for DD2. Y'all gotta realize there's a big story behind DD2 and what all went down, but remember that it's not even the same company. Trendy developed Dungeon Defenders 2. Chromatic is doing Dungeon Defenders A, or Dungeon Defenders Awakened. Trendy doesn't even exist anymore. They're not even a company anymore. So you guys got to realize there's much history behind the scenes there that a lot of people aren't aware of. But But yeah, DD2 is, in all of its greatness and its brokenness all at the same time, it is without a doubt a finished product. This is what we get. You know, I mean, we weren't even supposed to get Prime Incursions, and we got Prime Incursions, so from that aspect, I consider, really, I think we're pretty lucky to even have gotten that. But it's all about the future, and the future is Dungeon Defenders Awakened. And then, depending on Dungeon Defenders Awakened success, Dungeon Defenders 3. Oh, it's a super fun game, Weavy. There's no doubt. I would encourage anyone to play it. I mean, first off, it's free to play, you know. Well, I mean, as far as graphics go, it would be a huge step back, Daniel, but, you know, obviously a lot more to it. Dungeon Defenders 2 is a pretty game, but it's a really pretty game on an old, outdated game engine. You know, so it just doesn't have the new fancy stuff that Unreal 4 has. I've always raved about the Diaz brothers, the people who did these maps for DD2. They definitely are masters at their jobs, no doubt. Oh, it's a super fun game that's easily got 1,000+ hours of play to it. So, I mean, when you look at that aspect of it, why would you not play it? You know, you can play it. I mean, everybody picks their own ending for Dungeon Defenders 2. So, I mean, you can play it, play through the campaign, and maybe dabble a little bit in Onslaught or Expeditions. You know, and you can end up doing that in like 30, 40 hours if you wanted to. But if you want to get all the way through the game and start min-max, there's no doubt at all that you could easily sink 1,000 hours into DD2, even just starting today. You need something to play while you're quarantined. DD2 is a wonderful choice. Now, a lot of people are actually making that choice. The numbers for DD2 are way up right now. Your Ascension has no factor at all on AP resets, so don't base what Ascension you're at for whether or not you do AP resets. It's just another big myth. There's lots, you know, it's a free-to-play game with a pretty varied coming and going player base. So just lots of misinformation gets created about the game. But you should completely ignore your Ascension level as far as doing AP resets. Alright, what am I missing now? I feel like I'm missing something again. My DU I'm using keeps going down. Or I never put flyers in, did I? There it is. Yeah, I never put the flyer control in. On your very first Ancient Power reset, you want to push as high as you can. In Onslaught. What Ascension level you are means nothing. Just go as high as you can in Onslaught. At a minimum, I wouldn't suggest any one reset prior to, say, like 70 or 80. I told everybody before DDA started I was going to do a DD2 stream once a month. There, Mr. Lalazo. This is it. This is my once a month. Maybe twice a month. We'll have to see. But there's nothing for me to do in DD2 anymore. Anyway, what was I saying? Oh, as far as Ancient Power resets, you know, at a minimum, don't do an AP reset below 70 or 80. Floor 70 or 80 your first time. But you want to go as high as you can, you know, the first time. And what that's going to do is make all your resets easier. So then you can just spam resets, get them all over with, however many you want to do. And then take all of your new power you've got and climb back up and see how far you can make it in Onslaught. That's kind of the life cycle of the game. Once you've done that, it's really up to you. I mean, the game is pretty much, you've completed it, you know? There's like the prime incursions, which the prime incursions you can get into really at any point if you have a good shard mod setup. The biggest downfall, I think, in DD2 is Onslaught being the most challenging game mode offered, and it doesn't have any reward. So, like in Onslaught, you get the exact same loot at floor 32 as you'd get at floor 832. It's the exact same loot. So there's just no benefit at all to climbing. Other than just if you're enjoying it. If you're enjoying it, of course, that's the greatest benefit of all. I've been playing the game for almost 7 years there, Weeby. I've had every hero the day they came out. But, I mean, if you play the game long term, you're going to have all the heroes. Like, if you just went through start to finish, never spent a penny, and grinded, just did the dailies and weeklies every week. What, in like, probably 5 months? 5 or 6 months? If you did dailies every day and the weekly every week, you'd have every hero in like 5 or 6 months. And I've played for 7 years, so you're just gonna have everything. You know, you're gonna get all the stuff. Well, I mean, you can look on the Hero Spotlight video there, Project. Exclamation builds in chat. We'll get you a link to the updated Hero and Defense Spotlights and look through her. I don't remember off the top of my head. I haven't played her in ages. I mean, pretty much every hero. Frostfire Remnants and Grave Infection is... It's just too beast. You know, it's such a great combo. You can use that on everybody. And it's not going to lose its effectiveness until, you know, you wouldn't want to use it anymore once you got, if your goal was to push to the top, you wouldn't use it anymore once you got past floor 948. But from floor 0 to floor 948, it's just going to be a ridiculous combo. But if you're interested in pushing that high, you're probably more interested in the game's exploits than you are anything else. So you already know what to do. That's one of the greatest parts about DDA. It brought walls back. I mean, as our power level goes up, those walls will go away, of course, but... What's going on there, Thiago? How you doing? It's nice to have to use walls, you know? It's tower defense. Now, not all tower defense has walls, I guess, but... Dungeon Defenders games have always had walls. In DD2, you lose that later on. Remember, there's nothing special about the weapons, Thiago. It's just the mod that we're looking for. So yeah, you can do that on any tier. All weapons in Dungeon Defenders 2 are normalized. They're all cosmetics only. They don't have any... The weapon itself, the loot in general in the entire game, has no meaning. It's only there to hold your shards and mods. So the real loot in Dungeon Defenders 2 is getting the shards and mods you need. Everything else is just a cosmetic. Now, there's a few bows with special shot types that would be an exception. But as far as 99% of what's in the game... Well, nice, Weavy. That's the way to do it. I mean, the best way to play any game is with friends, right? Oh, Frostfire Remnants is ridiculously good at every power level ever. I mean, I wouldn't farm anything in low chaos, personally. But if that's something that you wanted to do, there would be nothing wrong with it. It's extremely powerful. It depends on what your goal is. I mean, when I play a game, my goal is to get to the end game as quick as possible. So I wouldn't farm anything in low levels. My only goal, if I was leveling up, would be to get to the next chaos tier. And I wouldn't farm a single thing. I mean, the only thing I would even consider farming is shards. But it depends on what your goal is. If you're just having fun and you just want to progress slowly and really enjoy the game and have fun, there's no shame in that, you know? Fun is the #1 requirement. If you're having fun, then you're doing it the right way, that's for sure. All about that fun factor. Probably have to take an inventory break on the next one. Yeah, I might be able to get one more map. Yeah, so I mean, anyway, it just depends on your goals. I mean, you don't need any mods. You don't need a single mod to get to Chaos 7. And if you're going the Onslaught route, you could go to floor 100 or so without having a single specific mod. Only shards. Just having the right shards will get you through all of the early game, all through the Chaos the Chaos expeditions. And, you know, as high as literally like floor 100 without a single mod. But if you want mods, they're there for you. Have at it, you know? Done went and hit the button. Yeah, my inventory is gonna be full at the end of this one. I'll try to clear it a little bit in between waves. I'm going a little slow today, actually. I wouldn't call this a speed build. This is the early morning caffeine still flowing build. Oh, it's going right now. There, feels bad. I got it literally sitting right here. You know damn well I gotta have coffee. I don't function without some caffeine. I'm a full-blown addict now. Not having caffeine in the morning is just not an option. Well, I mean, DDA is 1,000 times better than DD1's graphics, in my opinion. DD1 is not a pretty game. I mean, DD2, in my mind, completely blows away DD1's graphics. And DDA is a step up from DD2. I do like the character models and animations better in DD2. I've been saying that since the beginning. I think that the heroes look really good in DD2. That's not an addict, that's a connoisseur. That's fair there, Frog. But if you look at the maps and the art style of the world, I personally think DD1 has got the worst of all of them. I mean, it's an old game that looks like an old game, you know? I mean, it's an old game that I absolutely adore. Don't misinterpret what I'm saying. It's a wonderful game. Ugh, crap, man. So much junk in my bags. I just want to free up one bag here. No 10s. I don't want to accidentally sell a 10. It's not during combat phase project. It auto closes on you during combat. Trying to farm stuff from a year ago. It happens. It takes time. You know, it's a grind game. Don't be fooled into not thinking it's a grind game. It is without a doubt a grind game. So if you want all the stuff and things, prepare to grind like a mofo. That's just how it is. $2,000 hours in 4 months? Jesus. That's a little excessive. WoW is actually the only game. It's the only game that I've played more hours than I have DD2. I'm always on US West. That's where I live. I've been on US West every stream for the last how many years? I live in the West Coast. Why would I play anywhere else? I mean, I could literally drive to where the server is in like 2 hours. The server's in Portland. Oh, I haven't played WoW in years. I debated on playing Classic, but I managed to stay away from it. The only Blizzard product I play at all is Diablo 3 and some real occasional Hearthstone, but not very often. I'm angry about Hearthstone. I used to really enjoy playing Magic, and now I can't play Magic because Hearthstone ruined me and dumbed me down. I play Magic now, I just lose every match. I've been dumbed down by Hearthstone. It is fun though. I mean, I still enjoy playing it, but I don't play it very often. That's where I'm at. Always there, Johnny. I mean, I bounce around on different servers, but as far as like my home server, this is always where I'm at. Been playing Dungeon Defenders lately and enjoying it again. Very nice. It's the game that started it all. I mean, not just for Dungeon Defenders. If Dungeon Defenders 1 wouldn't have been as great a game as it is, action defense games as a genre wouldn't be where they were. If Dungeon Defenders 1 wasn't so successful, there wouldn't be all these other games. You know? I mean, Orcs Must Die and Dungeon Defenders 1 both launched at the same time, like within a week of each other. But Dungeon Defenders was widely more successful than OMD was. OMD is a great game, don't get me wrong. But it doesn't have the replay value of Dungeon Defenders games. You'd have to ask me that question in like a year or two from now, Smokey, considering the game Dungeon Defenders 2 is a game that's fully developed and completed, and Dungeon Defenders Awakened is a game that's not even launched yet. So you can't really compare those two. I mean, if you ask me that same question in a year and a half, 2 years, I'll have an answer for you. Yeah, it's any tier, but in the lower tiers, it's a chance of. In the higher tiers, it's guaranteed. People are saying on the lower tiers they don't get it every time. Like in Chaos, I mean, I don't even know. Chaos 4 and up, it's guaranteed every time you're going to get it. But people are saying, like, if you do it on Chaos 1, it's not a guaranteed drop. But, I mean, I can't confirm that. It's just going by rumor. I don't really play the lower tiers. But yeah, in theory, it's there on every tier. I'll head out to town after this one and go through my inventory and put together a fresh group. So anybody who wants to get in, hop into town on US West and get ready. Because the match will probably fill up quick. We will see. There's a lot of people playing right now. There's actually more people playing Dungeon Defenders 2 right now on PC than there has been in over a year. Grave Infection is a 1 in 10 chance, but there's no time. You can do that anytime. There's 10 pirate mods, and there's a even chance of getting any of them. So it's a 1 in 10 chance of getting it. Yeah, I mean, there's nothing wrong with that. There, young Adobo, that's how you gotta do it. In my opinion, the only time you should ever go to lower tiers is if you're looking for shards. And shards are the building block of the game. There's lots of things through Dungeon Defenders 2 that you can live without and still excel in the game. Shards is not one of those things. You must have good shards. What's going on there, Miracle Star? Sorry, I didn't see you sneak in there. I'm doing good. Had a good weekend. We started watching Black Sails, that pirate show. It's a pretty good show. I've seen it before. It was on my... Oops. Did I not hit town? I'm going to get out in town and look around. Mods are RNG, Alfred, so the best way to farm mods is be in the highest chaos tier you're at and don't go to town. Stay in games. All the people that hang out in town are not farming anything. So if you like hanging out in town for the social aspect, that's great. But remember, every second you hang out in town, you are not farming. So you're losing out. Let's see. Oh, nothing but crap there. Junkie. Man, RNG being rough to me on my return. Yeah, pretty much. That's it. Grind hard. Another junk one. That's my old Squire sword. As you see, I was collecting swords for a little experiment. I've got all my Squire's gear sitting here. I better lock all that stuff so I don't sell it by accident. No 10 out of 10 Frostfires for me yet. Alright. Let's get it. So if you're wanting to hop in, Here it goes. Get ready. Get to the war table, y'all. Everybody to the war table. Because here we go. After campaign, you want to do adventure mode, Mr. OxyClean. Adventure mode is going to get you to level 50. And actually, you'll be at level 50 really quick. But you also are going to earn gems, which is the only place in the game where you can get gems because they're the premium currency. So if you go through the first 3 regions of adventure mode, you're going to earn 150 gold per region, or 150 gems per region. That'll give you 450 gems. After adventure mode, then you're going to want to start expeditions or onslaught. Expeditions, basically onslaught will be a constant progression, but you're not really going to learn anything about the game. Expeditions are kind of like the training program to teach you what all the chaos enemies are and how they work. Basically, if you want to get to endgame, if you want to get there the fastest, go onslaught. If you want to learn the game better, go expeditions. But it's not going to be as fast. And you can go back and forth as well. Like do a little onslaught, a little expeditions. You know, you can mix it up. And then once you get all of the shards you want, then you'd want to check out mastery mode. And then once you get all of the shards and mods that you want, then you'd want to start pushing in Onslaught. And then Ancient Power is kind of an optional system. Some people love it, some people hate it. So, you know, that's either use it or don't, it's up to you. For those that are curious what Frostfire Remnants is, let me go over to this lane. Frostfire Remnants is this big old shitstorm of explosions that'll be on the ground right here. Grave Infection is popping these skulls up, which do AoE poison damage. But Frostfire Remnants is this white, cloudy, frosty, splody stuff all over the ground here. That is Frostfire Remnants, and it's extremely OP. It's one of the most powerful things in the game. Yeah, I mean, the gold and XP bonuses are very, very nice. There's no doubt about that. I mean, I'm a fan of Ancient Power. I like doing it. It's fun to go through. It's just like everything else in the game, though. It's a massive grind. Resetting, doing like 1 or 2 Ancient Power resets just doesn't do very much for you. So it's something that you're going to want to do a bunch of times, and it does get really grindy. But if you start doing it, the best thing to do is before you ever do your first Ancient Power reset, think of how many you want to do total. So think of how many AP points that you want. Think of the little Ancient Power icon, the little logo under your nameplate there, which one that you'd be happy with having. And then you can base your entire plan off of that, just knowing how many of those points you want. Onboard's been playing too much Dungeon Defenders Awaken. He's throwing down spike blockades. The next DDA update, I really think it's going to be the last day of the month. It's wanted. I mean, we don't know yet. I would love for it to come this week, but I think realistically it's going to be on Tuesday. Is today Tuesday? Yeah, so a week from today. Better upgrade Onboard's flimsy walls here. Ran out of juice. No 10s yet, Trip. No 10s of anything yet. My luck has been terrible lately. I haven't seen a 10 out of 10. Now, obviously, I've been playing more Dungeon Defenders Awakened. And then Diablo 3's Season 20 started, 2 weeks ago? So I've been playing some Diablo 3 as well. I actually have a ton of games to play. A bunch of tower defense games. And I'd love to be able to play through them all on the channel. But the thing is they take a long time to edit, you know? And a lot of people don't watch a lot of the stuff. So it's a big time commitment for not very much reward. But I would love to get some more side playthroughs going, other than just Dungeon Defenders related stuff, you know. But yeah, I think that next DDA update will be on Tuesday. Now we gotta remember too that like the US is every day something more and more gets shut down in North America. So Chromatic are all working from home right now. Which, I mean, they're still able to do things, but it's gotta slow them down, you know? But hopefully it'll be there Tuesday. We will see. Yeah, Nightmare Mode's gonna be fun. It will indeed be fun. I personally would get the EV2 first, Mr. OxyClean, but you should base that off of your own opinion. You know, play the game for fun. So whatever looks like the most fun to you is what you should play. Wow, talk about some screen tearing. The graphics took a big old dump there. Oh yeah, there's no doubt. when Nightmare hits, I'll be going all day long on that, whatever that day is. That's what it looked like. It looked like a bunch of stars. Oh, it was your mana bomb. I was just in the middle of it? Huh. Well, that's definitely a not intended effect, I don't think. Sorry, y'all. It's spammy day here. I'm still not fully awake yet. I got the coffee flowing, but... oh, out of juice. Just gonna have to kill stuff here. Yeah, the difficulty does increase in DDA. Every person that you add increases the difficulty in DDA. But it increases the loot as well. So you're going to get better quality loot playing in a group. DDA is very rewarding to play in a group. DD1 was very rewarding to play in a group. Now, of course, in DD1, it turned into people split screening by themselves the majority of the time. See if we can actually get this map built by the end. The problem in DDA is it's still in development, and the netcode is crap. So there's been just lots and lots of issues with matchmaking if you're not the host. I think pets are going to be independent of it, Trip, but yeah, it will affect what's in chests. But remember, DDA is like DD1 in that it is the chance of better loot. It's not straight up you're going to get better loot. It's that you have a greater chance of getting higher end loot. So, like, if the best thing that could drop on the map is, like, normally, say, 1/10 of 1% chance of dropping, and you add in multiplayers, it might go up to 2/10 of 1% chance of dropping. So it increases your chance of getting higher end stuff. Yeah, there's lots of netcode issues in DDA still. Still in development, you know? That is crystal clear every time you play it. You can tell that it's still a game in development for sure. What's going on there, Shattered? How you doing? Where all the baddies at? Oh, here they come. Oh, they're dying in the spawn. The Frostfire's still getting them. The piranha water doesn't put out the fire. That's good, I guess, huh? Might do a little gold giveaway sometime soon. I'm not sure if I'm gonna do that yet, but I may end up doing a gold giveaway at some point here soon. $98.54. I may end up hitting 10K yet. Just might. Poor Gribbs. Poor Gribbs didn't know what hit him. I'm gonna guess he's gonna be down here. He's always down here, it seems like. Nope. He's over there. Do one more and then I'll make a new group here. I'm always on US West there, Crypto. Unless unless I ever do something otherwise, and then it will say on the stream title. But always US West. That's where I live. I live in Washington. Out of juice. People just don't want to drop the mana. One of these days, y'all, one of these days, people will drop me the mana. Maybe. You never know. Alright, and there was what? 2 over here I missed, yeah. I don't want a level 9 Hurricane. That's one of the things about mods. A 9 out of 10 is just the same as a 1 out of 10. It's either 10 out of 10 or it's not. But Hurricane's not a mod I would want anyway. Thanks for the offer, but don't need it, don't want it. The mod scaling, I don't know. I mean, they wanted 10 out of 10 mods to feel really, really special, is what they wanted. But why they made such a huge gap between a 9 out of 10 and a 10 out of 10, I will just never understand what the hell they were thinking there. They were trying to give it a special loot feel, but failed miserably at it. Onboard's got his token volcano in here. Gotta have a volcano, right? I don't want any of your mods, Smokey. I got bags and bags and bags of mods. Keep that stuff, man. Keep that stuff. There's literally nothing at all in the game that I need. Nothing at all. Oh, that's your automation volcano for lazy mode. That's fair. You gotta have your lazy mode there on board. I'm all about lazy mode. I don't really trade anything, Smokey. I do giveaways, but I don't do giveaways upon request. So, yeah, just not happening. I mean, I've given away the last... I mean, those that have been around since then, no. But, I mean, just this past holiday season during Christmas, I gave away, like, over 60 10 out of 10 mods. But yeah, I don't have anything. I got no planned giveaways today. If I get a 10 out of 10 Frostfire, I'll give that away at the end of the stream. But no 10 out of 10 Frostfire, no giveaways. Not today. I'd love to have some new flares to give away, but Chromatic won't give me any codes. I've told people, start getting on them on Twitter. They don't give me the codes, I can't get you guys the flares. And they haven't given any flare codes to me in almost a year. The Dryad's awesome. She's one of my favorite heroes. Unfortunately, her defenses got smacked down a little bit. The bees are not near as good as they used to be. And they never quite dialed in the AI on her defenses. The AI has always been a little off. But as far as playing her as an active hero, she's extremely strong. She's really, really, really strong. Do you have the juice flare there, Miracle Star? You can always ask whatever you want on my streams there, The World Unbalanced. I am always more than happy to answer anything I can. So feel free to ask anything about any game you want. It doesn't have to be the game I'm playing. It can be literally anything. Oh, no juicy flare for you? Well, I mean, like I said, Chromatic's got to give me the codes. Oops. I forgot to give the thanks, y'all. But anyway, if y'all are watching, thanks for the matches. Appreciate it. I'm going to start a new group here now. Let somebody else have a chance to pop in. And go through my inventory and see if I got any bad boy 10 out of 10 Frostfire mods to give away. We will see. We will see. She's a mid-range caster. Human is the best way to play her. She's extremely powerful. The Dryad is all about targeting the ground. And the easiest way to do that, of course, is going to be mid-range. But, like, she's a strong girl. Let me get some juice here. Just to give you guys an idea of her potential. Let me get a couple of my stars regenerated real quick. What's going on there, Phil? How you doing? Yeah, anyway, her stars are big damage, so keep an eye on the dummy here. It's all about dropping stars, you know, and you can rip out 100 million damage on her really quick. You know, she is an absolute beast, there's no doubt. Alright, let's see what we got here. Ooh, no 10 out of 10 there. No 10 out of 10 anything, huh? Nothing but junk. What's going on there, Mr. Duck Sauce? I see you changed your name. Man, nothing. Alright. So, about to start up a freshie, y'all. Exclamation builds in chat there, human. We'll get you a link to everything, all the spotlights. Everything in that playlist is still current. What's going on, IHOPs? Oops, I got it on private. Let's go public instead. YouTube just auto-played the stream. Nice. I think it's supposed to do that when you go to the channel. Ah, that's fair. That's fair. Well, I appreciate it there, Duck Sauce. Oh, you were watching a different video and it just auto-played it. That's weird. Huh. How to go to tavern from marketplace? You got to go in the bar. If you go over into the little tavern that's in town, and there will be a door there to get into your private tavern. Everything's at the bar, you know? Gotta go get your root beer on. Nah, there hasn't been an update in Dungeon Defenders 2 in over a year. And there's no changes planned, so that is still the valid build. There's no new mechanical changes that is coming in the future, so everything in that playlist is still valid. Oh, it's a great game for sure. Keep looking there, Solo. You'll find it. Found it. Nice, nice. You can always just back out to the title screen too. Depending on where you're at in town, sometimes it's quicker just to back out the title screen. Promenade's a great place to farm. They're the world unbalanced, but the best loot is going to be in Summit for insane mode. So, I mean, it's a each their own type thing. Promenade is way, way, way easier than Summit. And the loot is not that much better in Summit. And then there's always RNG. Like, there's people that say their best piece has dropped in Promenade. You know, so you're going to get good loot there, so it's definitely not a bad place to farm. I'm actually surprised that the tree has gone this long. I mean, I'm not complaining. I'll keep getting my free gifts every day. I actually got the last flare I needed. I was missing one flare. That little frosty drake tail thingy was the only flare I was missing, and I got it a couple of days ago from a gift. I've had trouble with my gear today. I haven't had any trouble. I mean, other than not getting any good drops. I'm playing Dungeon Defenders Awakened, Diablo 3, DD2, obviously. I've actually got a bunch of games in my Steam library now to check out that I just haven't made time for yet. There's a bunch of new tower defense games that have launched over the last, say, month or so. But yeah, I mean, obviously, as far as the holiday theme, yeah, it's still here, but I'm not complaining. Keep giving me my freebies. Oh, that's a bug, Takis. I've had that happen as well. Just zone out and zone back in, or restart your game. Sadly, a bug that will never be attended to. There's lots of that in DD2, sadly. You've restarted like 4 times. Maybe try doing private and not public, in case it's some sort of a multiplayer issue. But yeah, I mean, it's a known bug in the game that's not going to be fixed, so... Sadly, you gotta just work around it. It's actually been there for months. Everyone was level 1. It's special challenge mode there, Smokey, is all it is. Special challenge mode. If you can beat it with all level 1 gear, then you know you're good, right? He's never where I'm standing. That's his only rule. What's going on there, Lil? How you doing? Yeah, that's one thing you forget about is these absurd loading times. You don't have that in DDA. It's nice just to be able to pop new map is there. I'm missing something again. Oh, it's the middle. Those are not really necessary, but I usually throw them here anyway, just for maximum AFK-ness. Prime incursions kind of suck, Deshi, in the aspect of you don't get the main thing that you would want is the crafting materials, and you don't get any crafting materials. You do have the highest chance of getting Chaos 8 amps in Prime incursions of anywhere in the game. So if you're wanting to like put together a full Chaos 8 set, Prime incursions is where you would want to farm. But the loot situation is not good there. You know, you don't get loot, you don't get crafting materials. Prime incursions really, I mean, they've got this special drop chance of the Chaos 8 weapons. And that's really the only special thing about them other than getting the hyper shards for doing them the first time. How much DPS does my Flame Aura do? Well, right now it's not set up for DPS. It's not a game of DPS. Right now it's set up for convenience. You notice we're not having to light any of these braziers. Well, it's because I've got them set up for that. The only place DPS matters is if you're trying to be a superhero on the target dummy, and you know, if you're the type of person that likes to stand in town and say, look at me, that's where DPS is important. In all other aspects of the game, I mean, you don't want to ignore your DPS, but you don't want to just focus solely on your DPS either. Quite a few people that like to say, look at me on the target dummy, though. So, if that's your game, then that game's available to you, too. It's a shame there's not something we could trigger to shoot him in the air. That would be an awesome little mechanic, huh? If there was a way to get him down on the ground sooner. some special trick you had to do or whatever, and then the map wouldn't take as long. Nope, didn't wait long enough. My little huzzah was a fail. He wasn't out yet. So weird. I don't know if you guys saw that, but there was rockets going that way. Like from out of this spawn. Oh, nice. IHOPS. That's one of the maps I still need to do. I'm like 5 maps away from getting the new Eternal Defender achievement, that last achievement. I've got like 5 more maps to do. I'm going to pester Lulz and Bonnie and Washboard or Chewy or somebody to carry me one of these days through the maps I need. I should knock that out though, just to get the achievement. Best way to grind Defender medals is to make sure you re-roll your dailies every day. Always do the weekly, and then just play. There's the problem with a massive grind game like Dungeon Defenders 2 is grinding any one thing means you always lose out on massive amounts of something else. Like, theoretically, the best way to grind Defender medals would be just to spam the Demon's Lair incursion, you know, 2-minute runs over and over again, back to back to back. But you're going to lose out on massive amounts of XP and gold if you do that. And loot. You know, you're just not going to get any loot. Yeah, it was the weirdest thing there on board. I'm not sure what that was. I mean, obviously, it was just a graphics bug or whatever. Very strange indeed. How many hours do I have? I mean, if I added everything together on all the accounts and platforms, I don't know. It'd probably be like 13, 12,000, 13,000, something like that. This account, I've got like 9,000 and change. But I've got like, I don't even know how many PC accounts. I've probably got like 8 PC accounts. I mean, my main 2 alts, I've got a 1200 Ascension alt and a like 1000 Ascension alt. And here comes the storming. The storm is approaching. It's hail. Oh wow. Listen to this, y'all. This is Pacific Northwest storm right here. Oh yeah. Oh my god, man. I'm just gonna mute my microphone for a bit until it settles down. It actually looks like it stopped already. Or it didn't stop, but it slowed down for the moment. But holy crap, man. When it starts storming here, oh man. Yeah, it's coming back around again. Hopefully my power didn't go out. Thanks for subscribing there, Tiffany. I do appreciate it. It's evened out a little bit now to a steady rain pound. Sounds like the hail is out of the mix though. Yeah, man, when it storms here, it does not play around. Come on, Mana, where are you? All being stolen. I don't know. There I am. If that's your first hero, I would probably strongly suggest to not get the Barbarian, though. I mean, get who you want to get. It's all about your experience. But if you don't have any other heroes unlocked, the Barb is probably not who you want to go with. You'd want to add more defenses into your build, not a different DPS hero. The DPS hero you play doesn't really matter until you get to super high Onslaught. You should always play who you want to play. But, I mean, if you want the Barb, get the Barb. But it's not really going to add much to your game. Early game, it won't. But nobody can answer that but your mom. There I am. You're gonna have to ask her, man. Well, I'm 2 hours from the server. I'm not 2 hours from Chromatic. They're in Florida. They're across the country from me. But there is no updates for DD2. The game is complete. It's a finished product. There's nothing planned. There's nothing promised. There's nothing scheduled. So, I mean, everybody's got to realize that. They've actually given us more than what they've told us they're going to give us already. By giving us the Prime Incursions. No, you have to farm the mods. They're human, and then you can put them on any weapon you want. You can move them around. There's a Tinkering 101 video in my Guides and Tutorials playlist. You do exclamation basics in chat. It kind of explains all that stuff to you. That Sky Stomp Initiate is fun to play, but God, such a disappointment what they turned the Initiate into. It's got some fun factor though. Base 6, they're human with an S. Sorry, man. But yeah, there's one called Tinkering 101, and it's got all that stuff. But yeah, you'll definitely want to fine tune all of your stuff, not just your weapons, your armor, your relics, everything, with mods once you get to that point. Thanks for subscribing, I appreciate it. Well, I mean, that's the thing. I mean, the content for DDA is yet to come. Still in development, you know, so we get to see new stuff every week or every 2 weeks. DD2 had that time too, you know. I mean, it was never that frequent. But DD2 was in early access for many, many years. And we got to see all of that stuff as it came into the game. Good and bad. You know, it's fun to see the course of development on a game that you find really fun. But at the same note, it's frustrating to not have the full game there, you know? Hey, we want Massacre? Well, we got baby steps there, Miracle Star. We gotta get Nightmare first. Nightmare will be here soon. I mean, I really think it's gonna be here a week from today. Next week, I really, really think it will be here. I mean, unless something happens that they're just not able to get it out in their work from home thing, but they're saying that they're still planning on hitting their milestones, you know? Exclamation Discord in chat will get you a link to my Discord there, puppy. It's not a specifically DD2 Discord. There's an official Discord for Dungeon Defenders, but that goes along the lines of other official Discords. Lots of trollage and whatnot. Lots of misinformation. There's some good information to be had there too, don't get me wrong. But you just have to be able to read in between the lines. You go ask your Bob and... Well, good luck, man. Good luck. Tell her you need it for your social distancing. It'll keep you away from other sickly people. Use the pandemic to your benefit. There, I am Woot. Yeah, well, my normal setup is there. RZ camera. Should be exclamation FA. Just exclamation FA in chat. But if you do exclamation builds, that will show you all of the heroes and defenses setups that I use. But for like a Flame Aura, if you're going to use that as like a primary defense, it's all about stacking the anti-mods. Get those anti-mods on there. Looks like the bot's dragging behind her. No, there it goes. There it goes. Alright, let's pop out to Tavern and see what we got. See what kind of fat loots we got sitting here. Yeah, there's nothing wrong with the Christmas tree, that's for sure. I don't think you'll get any complaints out of anyone about that Christmas tree. It's just awesome. Oh yeah, it's still up. I can't get, I think I already got my gift today. Or no, I didn't. Here we go. Looks like it just popped about 30 minutes ago. Let's see what we got. Defendi pack. Man, the weather. Holy crap, man. Let's see what's in our Defender pack here. It's not great gold, but that's not terrible either. I'll just take it. 1.3 mil free gold. Alright, let's see. No 10 out of 10. A 1 out of 10. Wow. Just smacked me right in the face. Another junker. 3 out of 10 on that one. Sorry, IHOP. Sorry, man. And yet another 3 out of 10. Man, not one 10 out of 10 mod today. Boo. Anyway, y'all, this weather is just pounding and pounding and pounding and pounding. So I am going to call it a day here. I plan on going live at 4 p.m., but it's going to be 100% dependent on this weather. You guys can hear it. Damn, just coming down hard. But anyway, Jesus, that is going to get it for me for today. So thanks a ton, everybody. Hopefully everybody's having a wonderful week. Stay safe, y'all. Wash your hands. Just wash your hands. Talk to you later, everybody. See y'all.